Someone asked me this question recently. How do I stop myself from worrying? And I get it. Because I used to worry a lot. What if I get sick? What if something happens to me? What if my plane crashes? How can my daughter handle Down syndrome? What if? You get the picture. I worried a lot. How about you? Do you find yourself stuck in the worry trap as well? If you do, let me share with you some of my best practices that help me to let go of my worry habit. First, you can try this technique. Imagine you're in the future, just 15 minutes after you find out that everything's okay. For example, if you're worried that you will fail an important test, imagine you're at the time in the future when you just got the test results and you passed. You're there in the future, you're watching everything happening, you know that everything's okay. Now, how would you live your life right now, knowing that everything's going to be fine? That strategy always gave me instant anxiety relief, whether it's on the plane or in the car or resolving a problem and so on. Try that technique next time you're worried about something. And if you're still worried, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And what's the possibility that you can find ways to fix it? Or you can find alternative ways if things really don't turn out well. What's the possibility that you can handle it if it really happens? I'm sure there's the possibility that you can handle it. The other thing that has helped me with my worry and improved all other areas of my life is learning to recognize my thoughts. Because worry is just thoughts stealing our peace and joy. Thoughts directly cause our emotions. Our emotions are real. We feel the tension in our body. We feel our heart beating faster. We find it hard to sleep when we're worried. The emotions are real, but the thoughts that cause the emotion are not real. They're just thoughts. They're interpretations. And usually they're the worst case scenario that rarely even happens. So notice your emotions. They're a direct reflection of the quality of your thoughts. Your emotions are reflected in your body, your tense muscles, and so on. So let your body and your emotion remind you to check in on the thought you're having. It's because of your thoughts. You'll realize that you're worrying again with the worst case scenario in mind and you've been believing the thoughts again. Once you are aware of that thought, that's enough to take you out of your head. Being aware of your thought takes you out of the problem temporarily. Then it's time to shift your attention elsewhere. And the easiest one is to focus on your breath. Because you have your breath everywhere you go, whether you're in bed or on the plane or driving a car. You don't have to do anything else. Just pay attention to your breath. Focusing on something else other than your thoughts will give you instant relief. And that's what you need when you're always worrying. And lastly, I'd like to share with you my motto that has immensely improved my life. I'm okay with what happens. Then I decide what to do next. Because what happens to us is not within our control, but how we respond to what happens is within our control, and I respond with acceptance. Because what's the point of resisting what's already there? It is what it is. If we can surrender to what's not in our control, it ends up controlling us. It makes us upset, angry, worried, stressed. So I accept whatever comes my way, and I respond calmly and avoid erupting like an active volcano. And being calm allows me to make the best decision on what to do next. And it also has a positive impact on the people around me. My calmness radiates to them as well instead of upsetting everyone around me whenever I don't like something that just happened. Now, what about you? What's your strategy for your worries? What's the lesson that you need to learn that you haven't quite mastered yet? It's time to take charge. You can do it with intentional practice. Start now.